Yeah, we should probably have one more marshal. Is there anybody willing to volunteer for this race to help us out? Thank you, Chad. All right, Chad's coming to help us out here, so it's just a second. All right. Looks like we got our marshals in place. Everybody's checked in, so if you guys want to go ahead and get them rolling, we can get this show started here. Q1, 21.5. All right. Once you cross the line, you'll be live. Stager and Lou, Austin, you guys are live. Bald guy, you're live. Everybody's live. All right, we are coming up on 90 seconds in here. It's been nice and clean. Trevor right now has the fast lap with a 13.3 and leading the TQ pace with a 23.511. Bald guy with a 22.511. Austin with a 22.513. Lou with a 21.501. And Stager with a 21.512. Caution in front of the driver's stand. All clear. All right, about halfway through, Lou Torres has moved up to the 2 slot, just 6.6 seconds behind Trevor. Trevor's got himself a nice cushion, though, with a 22.503. Lou with a 21.504. Austin, 21.512. Caution. Oh, clear. Stager with a 20.501. And Bald Guy down to a 20.504.
2 minutes left.
Oh, behind you. All right, 90 seconds to go. Trevor's still on top. Closest battle right now is Bald Guy for that 3 spot, 0.2 of a second behind Austin. 1 minute to go here. 1 minute to go.
1 minute left. $45 left. $30 left.
All right, ball guys, still just 0.3 of a second off of Austin.
15 seconds left.
All right, keep it going.
Austin Tunney done. John Steger done. Lou Torres done. Trevor Montgomery done.
All right, just
All
waiting for
drivers
bald.
are
Oh, there we
finished.
go. Everybody's finished here.
The
Okay.
bald guy done.
That is the end of your 21.5 Q1. Next up is your first heat of 17.5. So 21.5, please put your cars down. I'm going to need you all of you back out here to Marshall. 17.5 is going to be Chuck, Chad, Cracker, Mav,
Cracker.
and Ryan.
Chuck Hayes. Ryan Kiger. Chadwick Mishler.
A reminder, this Sunday is going to be the first race of the Summer Point Series for off-road. We're going to have trophies for Sportsman, 21.5, 17.5, Wheeler, Stadium Truck, and Mod SCT. We're going to have them all. We're going to be handing out 57 trophies this summer for our point series across all 3 disciplines here. So it's going to be a big event for us.
Maverick Riggs.
All right, I got 2 marshals out here. Yes, John, please. 3 marshals out here. If somebody wants to, Austin, could you go on the bucket? Rob, are you stepping in for a little bit? Could you go right here underneath the, like kind of towards the end of the driver's stand here? Right here. Thank you. Yeah, you're perfect, Trevor. Thank you. Just as a human being, but also you're in a good spot. All right, go ahead and get them rolling. It looks like we got all our marshals in place. Everybody's checked in. Next time you cross the line, you'll be on the clock. 17.5 Q1. Heat 1. I already got it good to go. Yeah, thank you, though. What a sweetheart you are. Caution in the midfield. All clear. All right, we are coming up on 90 seconds here, and Chuck Hayes is your current leader with a 23.504. 0.8 of a second behind him is Chad Mishler with a 23.508. Maverick with a 22.5 even, and the fast lap with a 12.45. Ryan Kiger with a 22.504, and Cracker with a 19.501. All right, we're halfway through. Chuck Hayes still out on top of the 23.506. Oh, Maverick Riggs just leapfrogged him with a 23.507. Chuck, 23.509. Chad, 22.501. Ryan with a 22.503. Cracker with a 20.502. Closest race right now is Ryan trying to get that 3 spot away from Chad. 0.7 of a second behind Chad. With fancy footwork there, Lou. Two minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
.90 seconds to go. Maverick is pulled out in front by 5 seconds over Chuck, followed by Chad, only 0.6 of a second off of Chuck. Ryan, your 4th place, and Cracker with a 21.512 right now. Minute 10 to go. Chuck has closed the gap a little bit on Mav. He's only 2.6 seconds behind. Chad only 3.5 seconds behind Chuck, so it's very close up front.
1 minute left.
Whole field is about a lap and a half apart from each other.
.45 seconds left. .30 seconds left. .15 seconds left.
All right, keep going until you hear your name called.
Chadwick Mishler done. Maverick Riggs done. Ryan Kiger done. Chuck Hayes done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's it. Maverick
Cracker
takes the
done.
TQ for this round, or this heat, 23.507. Wheeler, you're up next. I need all you guys who can come back out to come back out.
Dan Renkamp.
All right, third race of tonight. We got Wheeler looking for Austin, Lou, Ball Guy, Sticks, Dan, and Chadwick. Can I get you guys from the last race to come out and marshal? 12 form.
Sticks. Austin Tunney. Chadwick Mishler. The Bald Guy.
Still looking for one more marshal.
Lou Torres.
Can we get somebody to volunteer, marshal? We got all our drivers checked in, giving them a couple laps. Just waiting on one more marshal. Yep. All right, guys, get them rolling. We're going to start them less than 5. Make sure you guys spread yourself out. All you guys are live. Chadwick coming out with the 13.6. Dan Rennekamp with the 13.0. Lou with the 14.1. Ball Guy with the 14.1. Austin with the 14.1. And Rob with the 14.4. Dan Rennekamp coming up strong. Now Chadwick to the point. You got Chadwick, Lou, Ball Guy, Rob, Austin, Dan. Chadwick running his fastest lap of the race with the 13.5, then Austin with the 13.5 as well. Minute 10 down, you got Chadwick, Lou, Austin, Ball Guy, Dan, and Rob. Chadwick coming out with the 22.501, then you got Lou with the 22.509, Austin with the 21.513. Dan Renkamp jumps up to third with a 21.509. No, now Austin jumps back up. Dan Renkamp falls down to the 21.512. Then you got Ball Guy with the 21.514. Rob with the 19.501. Watch out right on the right side, clear. Three minutes left to go. You got Chadwick, Lou, Dan, Ball Guy, Austin, and Rob. Oh, a little catch up for Dan and Lou here. Fastest lap of the race belongs to Dan Rennekamp. That's in third place with a 13.1. Chadwick still leading this one, followed by Lou. Oh, Dan Rennekamp jumps up to second. Then you got Lou, Jason, Austin, and Rob. Jason takes a little tumble there. Drops him down to fifth place. Chadwick still leading this one. Got down to 22.506. Dan Rennekamp, 21.502. Lou with the 21.504. Austin with the 20.501. Jason with the 25.05. And Rob with the 25.13. Chadwick running his fastest
2
lap now with
minutes
the
left.
13.2. Bad luck for Jason. Broke out of this one. Running order is Chadwick, Dan, Lou, Austin, and Rob. Chadwick worked his way down to 22.504. Then Dan with the 22.511. Lou with the 21.502. Austin with 21.510. And Rob with the 25.12. Watch out by start finish line. Clear. Minute 10 left to go.
One minute left.
1 minute left to go. You got Chadwick. Now Lou up to second. Dan falls down to third, followed by Austin, then Rob.
45 seconds left.
Dan putting pressure on Lou. Oh, Lou jumps out of the box.
30 seconds left.
That's going to change the running order now. Down, Dan bumps up to second place. This could put Lou down to third. Austin fourth. Rob in fifth. Chadwick still leading this one.
15
Got himself
seconds
down to
left.
22.503. Still fastest lap of the race belongs to Dan Rennenkamp with a 13.1. Keep on going until the lady calls your name. You're still live, Dan.
Chadwick Mishler done. Austin Tunney done.
Chad, you're done.
Lou
Austin, you're
Torres
done.
done.
Lou,
Dan
you're done.
Renkamp done.
Dan, you're done. Just waiting for Rob to cross the line.
All drivers are finished.
Good race, gentlemen. Chadwick's going to
Six
take that
done.
one with the 22.507, followed by Dan with the 22.512, Lou with the 21.505, Austin with the 25.00, and Rob with the 25.14 or 514. Which button is that? Is that one up there?
Sean Bourne.
All right, this is your 17.5 Heat 2 of qualifying round 1.
George A.
All right, going to need all 5 of you guys from Wheeler back out there, please.
Dominic Reese.
All right, we got Bald out there. We
Dan
got
Renkamp.
Lou out there. We got Chad out there. We need Austin back out there. And oh, I guess Dan, you're in this one. My bad. All right, we could use one volunteer for this one. think that's going to be how it goes tonight. Is we need one volunteer for pretty much every race. Trevor, look at you, man. Thank you. All right, everybody's checked in. We got all of our marshals in place. Want to go ahead and get them rolling? We are go. All right, everybody's got their first lap in. Your current TQ right now is Maverick with a 23.507. All right, we are 90 seconds in. George A is out front with a 23.504, but Sean is 1/10 of a second behind him, also with a 23.504. Dom with a 22.5 even. Dan with a 22.513. Whole field is just 3 seconds apart for this four-person Q1 17.5. All right, and Sean's actually jumped out with a new TQ pace of a 23.504. George is also on a head of Maverick TQ pace with a 23.505. So he is only 0.5 of a second behind Sean. All right, just 2 minutes to go here, a little over 2 minutes to go, and George is just 0.1 of a second, 0.2 of a second behind Sean. Dom's moved up to the 3 spot with a 22.503.
left.
Overall 6th qualifying position. Dan Rennekamp is in the 7th qualifying position. George and Sean just flipped spots here. Sean is now just 0.1 of a second off of George's pace. George has that 23.503 TQ pace, 4:17.5.
One minute left.
All right, with 1 minute left, George has now a nearly 5-second lead over Sean. Dom with a 3.3 seconds behind Sean, and Dan just 0.3 of a second behind Dominic.
45 seconds left.
So again, the whole field is only 9 seconds apart. .35 to go.
30 seconds left. 15 seconds left. George A. done.
All right, everybody else is live. George is the only one that's done.
Dan Renkamp done. Sean Bourne done.
All right,
All drivers
everybody's
are
done.
finished. Dominic Reese
That
done.
is going to be George with the new TQ pace. Current qualifying order is George, Maverick, and Sean in the 1, 2, 3 spot. So we'll see how it plays out in Q2. We are going to start second round of qualifying at 7:45. Yeah, you can just hop in the next one. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so Bald, you're going to get into the second race, which is the first heat of 17.5 for this round. Check. Get my 21.5 guys over here. I'm going to shut down practice if that's all right with you, gentlemen.
12-9.
All right. I'm going to need George, Maverick, Sean, Chuck, and Dom out here to marshal, please. George, Maverick, well, Rob stepping in for him. Sean, Chuck, and Dom out here to marshal, please. 21.5. 21.5. Your current TQ is Trevor, 22.505. That is the number you are chasing. All right, looks like we already got our marshals in place.
The bald guy.
Dom, if I could have you kind of
Lou
where that
Torres.
bucket is by the 3 slashes on the,
Tunney.
yeah, perfect. Looks like everybody else is pretty much in place. Sean, you want to put your Crocs in sport mode?
John Steger.
There you go. All right, all of our marshals are in place. All of our marshals' Crocs are in place. So we're going to get this qualifying round started here once you cross over, Dom. Actually, we'll wait for Lou. We are live. Q2, 21.5. Again, your TQ is 22.505, held by Trevor. All right, everybody's on the clock. All right, we're 90 seconds in on the official clock. Trevor is again out in front with a 22.503, just barely edging out his current TQ. Austin, though, hot on his trail, 21.509. Lou with a 20.502. Bald guy with a 19.512. John Steger with a 17.510. $17.5 Heat 1 for this round is going to be Chad, Dan, Ryan, Cracker, and Bald Guy. Caution in the midfield. All clear. All right, we are halfway through. Trevor's still out in front by 6.5 seconds over Austin now in the number 2 spot with a 21.505. Lou moved his way up, 20.509. Bald guy with a 19.511 and Steger with an 22.503. Your current fast lap is Trevor with a 13.6. He definitely has that 21.5 car dialed in. Austin with a 14 flat. Lou Torres with a 14.1. Bald Guy with a 13.799. John Steger with a 14.22.
2 minutes left.
All right, minute 15 to go. Your order is still Trevor, Austin, and Lou. Lou does need to pick up a little bit more to get to the number 3 spot in overall qualifying. Current overall qualifying is Trevor, Austin, Bald, Lou, and Steger.
1 minute left.
Lou needs to pick up about 4 seconds to get into, 3 seconds to get into there. There you go. He's got it now. If you can hold on to it, he'll be 3rd overall.
45 seconds left.
Whoa.
Seconds left.
All right, 30 seconds to go. Steger now in the number 4 spot. But Bald Guy's first round qualifying is still enough to keep him in the 4th spot for overall qualifying.
15 seconds left.
Five on the official clock. All right, keep going until you hear your name. Lou, you're going to get another one in.
Austin
Keep
Tunney
going.
Trevor Montgomery done. The Bald Guy done. Lou Torres done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that is
John Steger
the end
done.
of Q2. Your order for the main is going to be Trevor, Austin, Lou, Bald, and Steger. Trevor taking the TQ. First round was still his best with a 22.505. All right, guys, please put those down. We're going to need
Mishler.
one volunteer because we have Bald Guy moving over from Wheeler to this one.
Dan Renkamp. Ryan Kiger. Cracker.
All right, we got Trevor, we got Austin, we got
The
Steger,
bald
we
guy.
got Lou. All right, going to need another volunteer for this round, please, to go over near corner 2. Are you going to help out? Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, awesome. We got our marshals in place. Everybody's checked in. So if you guys want to get them rolling, we can start Q2 for Heat 1 of 17.5. All right, when you cross over, you'll be live. George's 23,504 is the number you are trying to beat. Everybody is checked in, so everybody is live. All right, Chad coming out strong with a 13.1 fast lap. All right, 90 seconds in. Chad is up on top for this round, but he does have a 23.505, which currently puts him right behind George, overall number 2 qualifying, up 4 spots from his previous round. Cracker coming in strong, too, with a 23.511. Dan, 22.5 even. Ryan, 21.5 even. And Ball Guy with a 21.501, jumping into this class after a Wheeler breakage. Handy little pass there by Mishler. Chad put in a 13.1 in his 7th lap. Halfway through here. The rundown is Chad, Dan, Cracker, Ryan, and Bald. Whole field is just within 16 seconds of each other, so just a little over a lap between the whole field here.
Two minutes left.
Minute 20 to go. Chad just hanging on to that number 2 overall qualifying spot, just about 0.6 of a second over Maverick.
One minute left. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
That little tap by Chad dropped him down 2 spots, the number 4 overall qualifying. Let's see if he can make up that time.
15 seconds left.
All right, keep it going. Caution under timing and scoring.
Dan Renkamp done. Cracker done. Ryan Kiger done. Chadwick Mishler done. All drivers are finished. The bald guy done.
All right, that is it for 17.5. We're going to need a few marshals to volunteer for this race because two of the Wheeler guys were in this last one. So we're going to need 2 volunteers, I believe. 2. Let's see, bald guy. Yep, 2 volunteers, please. All right, that's 17.5, Heat 2. You guys are up after Wheeler.
Round 2 of Wheeler. We got Chadwick, Dan, Lou, Austin, and Rob. Time to beat is Chadwick with a 22.507.
Dan Renkamp.
Does anyone have anything
Chadwick
for him?
Mishler. Sticks. Lou Torres.
Looking for 2 more marshals from the last race. We might need a volunteer. Are you not racing? Oh, okay. Looking for who's in my last race. I'm going to need a couple marshals, volunteer marshals. Thank you, Rob. Please, everyone, try not to hit Rob. He's getting sick of it. All right, thank you. All right, we're just waiting for Austin to check in. He had to have a racer's minute. We good over there? Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to give Austin 1 lap with this new setup. Go ahead, Austin.
Austin Tunney.
Once Austin crosses the line, guys, I am going to start the timer in less than 5. Thank you, Chad. Chadwick's live, Austin's live, Rob's live, Dan's live. We're just going to start up in a bunch. Let's go. Chadwick coming across with the 13.7. Then you got Austin with the 14.4. And Lou with the 14.1. Then you got Dan with the 15.4. And Rob with the 18.3. Chadwick comes back with the 13-4. Lou with the 14-1. Austin with the 14-2. Dan with the 14-0. And Rob with a 18-3. All right, we got a minute down. We got Chadwick, Lou, Rob, Austin, Dan, Austin, Rob. Everyone just ran their fastest lap of the race. The last lap, you got fastest lap going back to Dan Rennenkamp with the 13-2. Chad Mishler's fastest lap with 13-3. Lou's 13-5. Austin with the 13-7. And Rob with the 15-6. Chadwick still holding this one with the 23-5-13. Then you got Austin with the 22-5-08. Dan with the 22-5-09. Lou with the 22-5-11. And Rob with the 17-5-07. Chadwick is ahead of his TQ by 7 seconds. He is just putting it down. Dan Rennenkamp running a 13-0 for the fastest lap of the race. That's the fastest lap for Wheeler so far. He's going to get it wrong a couple times and also get into Lou. We still got Chadwick, Dan, Austin, Lou, Rob. Chadwick now down to 23-5-13. Dan Rennenkamp followed behind him with the 22-5-03. Then Austin with the 22-5-06. Lou with the 25-10. And Rob with the 18-5-12. Two minutes left to go. Plenty of time to make some moves.
Two minutes left.
Austin, you're only 3.6 behind Chadwick. Dan, you're only 4.4 behind Austin. Lou, you are 12.2 behind Dan. Dan Rennenkamp still has the fastest lap of this race. Oh, Chadwick gets it wrong. See what that does here. Chadwick still holding on. Austin in second with only 3.6 behind. Dan Rennenkamp is only 1.9 behind Austin. Lou is in the fourth spot. Then Rob in the fifth. Chadwick just ran the fastest lap of the race with the 12.8. Then Rennenkamp backs it up with the 12.9 for his fastest. Both guys just dipped into the 12s. Chadwick with a minute left down is still holding this one down. Then you got Austin, Dan, Lou, and Rob.
1 minute left. "45 seconds left.
45 seconds left. You got Chadwick, Austin, Dan, you're only 1 second behind Austin, Lou, and Rob. Now down to 2/10.
30 seconds left.
Dan is sending that scene where he lands up. He's back still at 2/10.
15 seconds left.
Oh. Keep on going until the lady calls your name. Austin, you're still live.
Chadwick Mishler
Rob,
done.
you're still live. Chadwick, you're done.
Lou Torres done.
Lou, you're done. Oh, bad lap for Austin there.
Sticks done.
That's going to put Dan
Austin
Rennenkamp
Tunney
in
done.
second. Then
All drivers
Austin,
are finished.
Lou, and Rob.
Dan Rennenkamp
Great
done.
race, gentlemen. Please put your cars down and come out to Marshall. Chadwick's going to take that one with a 22.501. Dan Rennecamp's going to come in second with 22.510. Then you got Austin 22.512, Lou, and Rob.
Chuck Hayes, Sean Bourne, Maverick Riggs,
George, come on, man, let's go. All right, again, we're going to need one volunteer. One volunteer. Thank you, Rob. Never mind.
Dominic Reese, George A.
All right, looks like, let's see, waiting on one more. Who are we at? Waiting. Oh, Dan, right? I see him just plugging stuff in there. We're good. All right, we got all our marshals in place. We got all our drivers in place. Go ahead and get them rolling here. Q2, Heat 2, 17.5, two-wheel drive buggy underway. All right, everybody's on the clock. Everybody's starting to put some times in. Your TQ time to beat is 23.504, set by George. Rob, you can keep that as a memento if you want. All right, we are 90 seconds in. Dominic coming in hot with a 23.501. Got his car dialed in. Maverick with a 23.501 as well. Just 0.02 of a second off of Dom. We'll see what happens when they cross the loop this time. Dom's pulled away a little bit. 1.3 seconds ahead of him now. Maverick has the fast lap with a 12.5. Rest of the field is Chuck with a 23.506. Sean with a 22.5 even. George with a 21.508. So right now, Dom and Chuck showing some real improvement over Q1. Let's see if they can maintain it for the remainder 240. Caution in the midsection.
Two minutes
All right, looks
left.
like Sean's out. We have 2 minutes left here. Dom still holding a new TQ pace of 23.501. Chuck with a 23.503 now. Overall qualifying right now is looking like Dom, Chuck, and George, if they can hold it. $1:15 to go. Dom now down to a 23.5 even. Is he going to cross over into the 24 lap pace?
One minute left. $45 left.
Fast lap for the round is Maverick with a 23.570. Sorry, 12.570. $30 to go, 30 to go.
30 seconds left. $15 seconds left.
A little tangled up there. Qualifying leader right there coming through the midfield, over the small jump, over the roller, across the loop. He's going to have another lap to put in here. Still has that TQ pace
Chuck
if he can
Hayes
finish this
done.
one clean. Over the red middle jump, roller, front of the driver's stand, small hip.
Dominic Reese done.
And there's Dominic Reese
Maverick
done
Riggs
with that
done.
new TQ. Just waiting for George to finish.
All drivers are finished.
All right.
George
Dom with
A.
the new
done.
TQ, 23.502. Your order for the main is going to be Dom, Chuck, George, Maverick, Sean, Chad, Dan, Cracker, Ryan, and Bald. All right, the question is for 17.5, do we want to do one 10-car main, or do we want to do 5-car B, 2 bump ups to a 7-car A main? Either way, we're going to start at 8:35. Let me go out there and talk amongst the people and see what they think. Yeah, you got to get that up to like that 8.6, 8.7 range. Yeah, that makes sense. Almost there. All right. All right. Well, breathe on a little bit. Get it going a little bit. Heat it up. Do like a Mr. Miyagi and rub it between your hands or something like that. Get a little extra. All right, Ryan just needs a minute here.
Dan Renkamp. Chadwick Mishler. Cracker. The bald guy.
All right, looks like we got everybody out there. Looks like we got all of our marshals out there. All right, your lineup over there on the east side between 3 and 4 is going to be Chad up front, then Dan, then Cracker, then Ryan, then Bald Guy. This is going to be a 5-minute B main, 2 bump ups to the A main. All right, looks like everybody's lined up. All our marshals are in place. All right, gentlemen. 17.5 B main starting in less than 5. Caution after the tabletop, caution after the tabletop. All clear. All right. Just about 90 seconds in here. Dan Howe has jumped into the lead. Chad trying to chase down that second final transfer spot. Right now, Ryan's got that spot here. It is, and Chad just took over that second spot here. We have Dan starting to get himself some distance between the battle that's happening for second place here. Chad and Ryan trading back and forth. Whole field is on the same lap. So everybody's applying pressure to each other. All right, Dan and Chad are only 0.7 of a second apart. Ryan trying to get back into that number 2 spot ahead of Chad. Your 1, 2, and 3 are 1.5 seconds apart here. You're going over the tabletop. Thank you, bald guy. Over the red, middle jump, roller, battling it out. Front of timing and scoring. Those 1, 2, and 3 are now 1 second apart. Ryan maybe strategically hanging back a little bit to let those two make a mistake. And there's your mistake right there. Caution on the tabletop here. Tough spot. That's going to give Dan some breathing room here. Ryan now 1.8 seconds behind. Chad has fallen to the 4 spot. Cracker up into 3. He's just 2.8 seconds behind Ryan. See if he can hunt him down with a minute 28 left to go. $21.5, you guys are next. All right, Chad's managed to make it up into the 3 spot. Caution in the middle, caution in the midfield.
1 minute left. "45 seconds left.
All right, 40 seconds to go here. Chad now in the number 2 spot. Oh, it just takes that jump
left.
a little too large. Whoa. You can make a petition to make
15
the
seconds left.
races 4 minutes, Chad. All right, 7 seconds to go here. Dan and Ryan. Just need to finish the laps they're
The
on.
bald guy done. Ryan Kiger done. All drivers are finished.
And there are your
Dan
2
Renkamp
transfers,
done.
Dan and Ryan. All right, so please put your cars down and come out to Marshall for 21.5. And we're going to need 1 volunteer, please.
Trevor Montgomery.
And then Wheeler, you guys are up after this one.
Lou Torres. John Steger.
All right, need my marshals out here. We got all the drivers on the stand just waiting to check in. And as I said, I need 1 volunteer, please.
The bald guy. Austin Tunney.
Dan, if you can move to where that bucket is, gets you a little coverage on there. Chad, you're good there. Chad, other Chad, you're good there. And yeah, we just need one volunteer. All right, I can't move the night on until we get one volunteer. Thank you, Sean. All right, your starting order is going to be Trevor, Austin, Lou, Bald Guy, and Stager. Remember, we can't win it on the first turn, so take it easy here. All right, looks like we got our racers in place. We got our marshals in place. Lights out here in Indianapolis. We are ready to go in less than 5. Ooh, rubbing his racing here. Look at this. It is tight. All right, we've had a switch up in the starting order, but everybody is real tight, close together. This is really anybody's race here. Oh, our leader takes a spill in the back there. Dan, over there. All right, Bald Guy out in front now. Trevor just 1 second behind him. Stager in the 3 spot, 4.5 seconds behind. Lou working his way back up. Whole field is just barely over half a lap apart from each other. So Trevor right now trying to hunt down Bald Guy. Bald Guy in the black and red there, coming around over the red jump, through the midfield, over the roller in front of the driver's stand. Time and scoring over the loop. And the tabletop, and that's a lap with Bald Guy there. Trevor right behind him. Trevor is 1.9 seconds behind Bald Guy. Bald Guy trying to put a little bit of space between him and... Oh, Bald Guy rolls it over. Trevor takes over the lead on the backside there. We still got 4.5 minutes left of racing to go. As I said, the field is about a lap apart here, so there's a lot of room. Trevor over here all by himself on the track right now. Lots of space around him. Caution in the midfield. Lou doing some stunt driving for us. All right, Trevor's now opened up a 4.8 second lead over Bald Guy. Stager still in the number 3 spot. Fast lap for the race is Bald Guy with a 13.578. But Trevor has a 13.579, so he's 1/1000th of a second off of Bald Guy's fast lap. So there's your leader going through the midsection, over the roller in the midsection. Underneath time is scoring across the loop. Through the back and forth there, over the tabletop, over the hip jump, back over on the east side. So you can see he has the whole track to himself right now. Only unforced errors to be made. Right now, your closest race is Stager, just 1.1 seconds behind Bald Guy. Two and a half to go. Wheeler, you guys are up next.
Two minutes left.
All right, you heard her. 2 minutes left. Bald Guy's managed to open up a little bit room between him and Stager in second place. Trevor now almost 8 seconds ahead of Bald Guy. Coming up on some lap traffic here. That is your leader in some trouble there. Sorry, that is your second place in trouble there. Let's see if that gives Stager a little bit of room. He's got 1:10 to try and catch up to him. Stager actually dropped down. Austin in the 3 spot now, 1.5 seconds off of Bald Guy. Stager 1.1 second off the podium right now, trying to get that podium spot back from Austin.
1 minute left.
Now 0.9 of a second behind Austin.
45 seconds left.
Trevor's 1 lap ahead. But yeah, Bald Guy, Austin, and John are all on the same lap. They're separated only by about 3 seconds, all 3 of them.
30 seconds left.
All right, Trevor's got a clean track ahead of him here. But he is also a lap ahead of Bald Guy, number 2. Austin in number 3. Stager 2.7 seconds behind. Austin's only 1.1 second behind Bald Guy for that number 2 spot, but right now he's pretty safe on the podium. It has just gotten a lot closer, 0.7 of a second. This is the lap where it's going to happen if it's going to happen. Austin's got to put the pressure on him. Force Bald Guy to make an error in the last couple turns here, but it looks like Bald Guy's going to keep it together. Crosses over. There's your 1, 2, 3. Trevor, Bald, and Austin.
Finished. Austin
finishes only 0.5 of a second behind him. Excellent. I think it's safe to say that wasn't Lou's day in 21.5. All right. Going to need all you guys back out there except for Lou. Oh, no, I'm going to actually need 2 volunteers for this round. 2 volunteers, please. So if you haven't volunteered yet, this is your time to shine.
Who won that last one? Trevor? All right, guys, I need all my drivers from the last race and 2 volunteers. 2 volunteers. Getting better?
Sir?
You're getting better?
Am I?
You are.
I had a rough one that second round of qualifying.
So did I.
Trying to push it.
You know, it's all about going. I overdrive.
Yeah.
So
I definitely am underdriving this car specifically because I really don't want to break.
yeah,
Also,
those
two
cars
reasons-
need to be driven a little bit harder.
Yeah, 2 reasons. One, I can't get the replacement parts for this, but also like I can't repair the car in between rounds because I got to do all this.
Yeah,
stuff, and I won't do it, so. Also, I'm a shit driver.
Can I get all my drivers from the last race and 2 volunteers? Just 2. That's all I need. Just 2 nice gentlemen that want to go out there and help some fellow racers.
Chadwick Mishler. Sticks.
Chuck,
Lou Torres.
I know you want to, buddy. No, I'm joking. We don't need Chuck out there. We need just 2 other volunteers other than Chuck. Where's my other racers from the last race? Marshalls. Just looking for Dan Rennekamp and Austin to check in still. So still got a little bit of
Dan
time to
Rennekamp.
have another 2 volunteers. Thank you, sir. Just need 1 volunteer. I'll take the bidding, starting at $1, $1, $2, and a free candy bar. Just need 1 more volunteer, Marshall. Then we can get this race go. Is Austin in this one? There he
Austin
is.
Tunney.
There he is. Can I get 1 more Marshall, please? Thank you, Ryan. You are the man. Was that a turnbuckle on a TLR? Austin, you're good to go? All right, let's get them lined up. We got Chadwick taking the TQ spot, followed by Dan, then Austin, then Lou, and Rob. You guys good with that lineup? All right, I got my marshals. I got my drivers. Race starts in less than 5. We got Dan taking the lead. Lou followed right behind Dan. Chadwick still leading this one out. Lou and Dan are battling for second place. Nose to tail. Going to give opportunity, for Austin to come in there. Oh, man. So far, we got Chadwick, then Dan, then Austin, then Lou, and Rob. Oh, Austin's going to get it wrong. That's going to allow Lou to go up to the 3rd spot. Looks like Dan Rennekamp got around Chadwick over on the left side. So far in, fastest lap of the race belongs to Dan Rennekamp with a 13.4. We got Austin now coming back up for 3rd place. Lou got around him. Oh, gets it wrong. Austin, you have your leaders coming up behind you. All right, we got minute 30 in. We got Dan, Chadwick, Lou, Austin, Rob. Fastest lap of the race was just ran by Dan with a 13-1. Lou's going to get it wrong right there. That's going to allow Austin to go to the 3 spot. Lou, you are 1.5 behind him. Dan Rennenkamp has a 1.95 lead on Chadwick. See what it is this time by 2.0. He's stretching his legs just a little bit. 2 minutes down, we got Dan, Chadwick, Austin, Lou, and Rob. Rob car looks like a LMH car with that wing going sideways. Oh, it's back right upright. Oh, Lou breaks out of this one. He is terminated. So far now, we got Dan leading this one by 2.4 seconds, followed by Austin. Austin, you are 16.4 behind them. Lou, you are out. Then we got Rob. Two minutes, almost 3 minutes down. You got Dan, Chadwick, Austin, Rob, and Lou. Dan is on a 37.01 pace. Then you got Chadwick with 37.12. Austin with the 26.708. Rob with the 23.704. Fastest lap of the race does belong to Chadwick with Dan now with a 12.9. Looks like Chadwick made up some ground right there. 2.6 seconds now. He was 2.9 prior. Making up a little room. .330 down, 3:30 to go. You got Dan, Chadwick, Austin, and Rob. Chadwick chipping away with a 2.5 second gap now. Still got plenty of time left. 3 minutes left to go. Rob's going to kiss the pipe there a little bit, slow him down. We'll see what it is this time by. He got down to a 1.4. Austin, your leaders are coming up behind you again. Dan's going to get hung up on the pipe that time again. See what happens now. He was 1.5 before, now he's 1.2. Still got plenty of time left with 2:15 to go. You got Dan, Chadwick, Austin. Chadwick closing down the gap now to 7/10.
2 minutes left.
Oh, he's going to get it wrong. Going to allow Dan to have a little bit of breathing room. Still has some time if he just puts down some heaters. Fastest lap of the race still belongs to Dan Rennenkamp with a 12.976. Fastest lap for Chad was a 13.0. Then Austin with a 13.4. Dan Rennenkamp on a 31.710 pace. Then you got Chadwick with a 38.704 and Austin with a 28.705. Austin making up some ground. He was 4 laps down prior to. Chadwick just ran his fastest lap and the fastest lap of the race of a 12.95. See what he runs here. He's down to a 13.0. 7/10 difference of 2 laps between Dan and Chadwick.
1 minute left.
Yeah, 1 minute left. Chadwick, you're 4.9 behind. Now 4.8.
45 seconds left.
Almost 30 seconds left to go. You got Dan, Chadwick, Austin.
30 seconds
Oh, Chadwick gets it wrong again. Sealing the deal for Dan Rennenkamp.
left. 15 seconds left.
Once you guys cross the line, you will be done.
Chadwick Mishler done.
Chadwick's done. Dan's done.
Dan Renkamp
We got
done.
one more driver out there. And Austin's done. Dan's going to take
All
this one with
drivers
the
are
31.707, followed by
Austin
Chad with
Tunney
the
done.
30.701, and Austin with a 29.713. Good race, gentlemen.
Next up is the main event of the evening. 17.5 Blinky A-Main. Sitting on the pole position is Dominique Reese, Chuck Hayes, George Athanasakopoulos, Maverick Riggs, Sean Bourne, Dan Renkamp, and Ryan Kiger. Thank you. You like that? You probably hardly ever hear your last name, do you?
I made him say it in that one video that
Yeah.
I watched like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
That's a compliment. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, man. I need some marshals, please. Dan's in this. I get Chadwick out there, Austin, Sticks, and Lou. Unless you want me to marshal for you and you call it. All right. I figured I'd jump
George
over
A.
here. I didn't think you'd give a shit.
Maverick
If I did, I would
Riggs.
ask first.
Sean Bourne.
Uh-oh. Thank you, marshals. Caution entering the tabletop section. Caution entering the tabletop section. You are clear. Marshall's still there. You are clear.
Dominic Reese. Chuck Hayes.
Waiting on Ryan
Dan
Kiger to
Renkamp.
check in. Looks like he's making his way to his position now. Thank you, marshals. Beautiful. Caution at the 180 in front of the stand. Caution at the 180 in front of the stand.
Ryan Kiger.
You are clear. Everyone is checked in. We'll let Ryan get a couple laps in. We'll line them up. Caution entering the table. Caution entering the table. All right, let Ryan get one more lap here. Lights are on. Track is closed. Everybody line them up. Your running order: Dom 1, Chuck 2, George 3, Mav 4, Sean 5, Dan 6, Ryan Kiger rounding out the field. All right, beautiful lineup, fellas. If you're satisfied with it, I am. 2 corners? All right. Survey says 2 corners, or I'm going to restart your booties. Gotcha. Thank you. Are they off? I can't see. Okay. All right, marshals ready, drivers ready for all the marbles in the championship of the world in 17.5 Blinky on the tone. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Good job. I'll take it. Beautiful start, fellas. All right, we got Dom out front, followed by Chuck. Then George. Then Mav. Then Dan Renkamp. Oh, nope, that's not Dan. Excuse me. That is Sean Bourne, then Dan Renkamp. Oh, looks like trouble for Mav there. All right, top two cross the loop. 13-1 that time by for Dom. Fastest lap thus far this race. That's on lap 2. 40 seconds in, 6:20 remaining. Reese, Hayes, Athanasakopoulos, Bourne, Renkamp, Riggs, Kiger is your running order. Leaders at the tabletop section. Single, 180 through the sweeper. Dom with a slight advantage. 0.8 to be exact. Oh, Chuck rolls it over. Caution at the 180 in front of the stand. Chuck's going to lose a couple positions. Donks the next corner. See what the rundown is here at the loop. George to 2, Sean to 3, Dan to 4, Chuck drops to 5, Mav, Ryan, your leader, single in front of timing and scoring. Over the loop, chicane, back into the tabletop for Dom Reese. Just popped the 12.865 for your leader. Fastest lap of this race. 5:40 remaining, racers. Dom, George, and Bourne all just turned their fastest laps of the race. 13:02 for George, a 13:09 for Bourne. George and Bourne, closest battle on the track right now. Working our way over to tabletop. 180 section into the sweeper. Pink, yellow is George. Blue, yellow front wheels, white rear wheels is Sean Bourne. Your running order at the 5:15 mark. Dom, George, Sean, top 3. Dan, Mav, top 5. Ryan, Chuck. Maverick Ridge just popped the fastest lap of the race, a 12.8, currently holding down 5th position. Right now, Mav, you're 6.2 out of the overall lead, 0.2 out of 4th. George, 3.8 off of Dom. Bourne, 0.7 off of George. Renkamp, 1.5 off of Bourne. Or excuse me, off of Bourne. They just switched position there. Riggs, 0.2 off of Dan. Kiger, 5.5 back of that 5th position. Hayes, 4.9 off of Ryan. Leaders starting to lap traffic here. All gray buggy, white wheels at the tabletop. Dominique Reese, your leader into the sweeper. Single, 180 in front of the stand. Running order at the 4.5-minute mark. Dom, Sean, Dan, top 3. Mav, George, top 5. George the 4th. Mav drops to 5th. Ryan, Chuck. Kiger just popped his fastest lap of the race, 13:41. Good battle here between Renkamp and George at the tabletop. That is your battle for your final podium position with 4 minutes to go exactly. Through the sweeper. Last time by, Dan had a 0.4 second lead over George. Oh, nose to tail in front of timing, scoring over the loop now. Nice. Oh, and then George makes a mistake, giving Dan much-needed breathing room. Oh, and then Dan follows suit. Looks like Mav's going to sneak up to 3rd here. We got a 3-car battle right now for your for 3rd position, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Let's see what happens here. Yes, Mav to 3rd, George to 4th, Dan drops to 5th. Keep an eye on that battle. They're entering the sweeper. White buggy 3rd. Yellow, pink buggy 4th, blue, silver buggy 5th. Meanwhile, at the halfway point, your leader working his way through the sweeper, enjoying a 2.5 second lead over Sean Bourne. Your leader in front of timing and scoring. Bourne down in front of the stand. Single over the loop for 2nd place, Bourne. Bourne, you're 2.8 back with 3:15 to go, 3:15. Running order, Reese, Bourne, Riggs, Renkamp, Athanasakopoulos, Kiger, Hayes. Hayes now starting to catch Kiger. They're separated by 0.8. Mav just popped another quick one, 12.64, fastest lap of the race. White buggy at the tabletop. 3 to go. Last time by, Mav, you were 5.7 off the overall lead, 2.4 out of 2nd. Sean Bourne now 3.2 back of Reese. Reese starting to stretch his legs here in the final moments of this main feature here. Oh, Dan donks it, giving George some time to catch up there. Here they go now, working their way through the sweeper. That is a battle for 4th position. That is the closest battle on the track. Right now, Riggs starting to run down Bourne. 1.4 back a 2nd now is Maverick Riggs. Oh, Bourne encountering traffic. Here comes Mav. Got a good battle for 2nd here. We're going to, oh, and he donks the 180. Mav gets up to 2nd now, clear at the tabletop. 180 into the sweeper for Maverick Riggs now. Last time by, you were 4.4 off the overall lead. Another close battle is for 4th between Renkamp and George. They're separated by 1/10.
2 minutes left.
Doesn't look like anybody's going to catch Dom here. Last time by, 6.2 second lead for your leader. 150 remaining. Your leader at the timing and scoring. Over the loop, 180 into the tabletop. Your running order at the 140 mark. Reese, 6.2 back is Bourne. 2.3 back of Bourne is Riggs. 3.8 off of Riggs is George. 2.1 off of George is Dan. 2.2 back of Dan is Hayes. 7.1 back of Hayes is Kiger. Hayes just turned his fastest lap of the race, 12.7, then followed it up with a 13.6. 120. Ooh, Kiger, good bicycle action there. Slams all four back, keeps it going. 105 racers. Closest battle on the track right now is between
1
Riggs
minute
and
left.
George. They're separated by 1.8 for the final podium position. Riggs at the tabletop. George exiting the switchback over the table into the sweeper. Keep an eye on that battle. 45 seconds to go.
45 seconds
Renkamp and
left.
Hayes now starting to lock horns for fifth. Last time by, Mav 3.6 ahead of George now, so Mav's starting to stretch his
30
wings.
seconds left.
12.6 that time by for Maverick Riggs. 25 seconds to go, racers. Everybody's pretty spread out here. Chuck just made a mistake there. Dan's got some breathing room on that fifth position. Looks like this is, Bourne and
15
Riggs now.
seconds
1.5
left.
separates them. 12 on the clock. See if I can find them on the track here. Oh, they're down in front of the stand. Renkamp lets him by. Thank you, Renkamp. All right, we got a battle with the final lap here for second position. Working his way into the sweeper. Blue car second, white car third. Here they come now, 180 in front of the stand. Single, down in front, over the
Dominic
ice.
Reese
Sean,
done.
and Maverick pushing it hard,
George
rolls it
done.
over. Good
Ryan
dramatic
Tiger
finish there
done.
for second.
Sean Bourne done.
Dom takes home the win.
Dan
Thursday Night
Renkamp
Nats.
done.
Sean second, Maverick
Chuck
third,
Hayes
George, Dan, Chuck, Ryan.
All
Good race,
drivers
boys.
are finished. Maverick Riggs done.
All right, guys, bring it on over for podium pictures, please. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. Remember, this Sunday is the first Point Series race for off-road. And if you race oval, Saturday is the first point series race